inside your head to get a hold of yourself. But it's over now. I was missing everything and I forgot I felt. So many days I found, many questions I have I can't answer myself. And I just don't know how to make it right. Instead I live with things I never would tell. Never tell. All the good and bad things quickly pass me by.
Oh
Know what I meant till I open my eyes. And I can see it all. I can feel it all again. I don't lose control. And repeat this all again.
What's up, dude?
What's up, my man?
What's going on, man?
Not much. Nothing much. Just not working here at home.
Oh, yeah, it's been one of those kind of days, huh?
It's been one of those kind of months, weeks.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's not good. Well, we'd like to welcome everybody back to another episode of Both Ends of the Table. We are live, folks, on YouTube, Twitch, and now for the first time ever, we are live on Facebook. So give yourself a round of applause, man. We made it big time. Yeah, right. We're something kind of a big deal. We're something like that.
To our moms.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Mom.
Shout out.
If you're out there listening, hi, Mom.
Oh man.
So did you have to work today or what?
Yeah. What's today? Monday? Yeah. Yes, sir. I was at work. Did you not work today?
I did. But we got to work from home, so it was actually kind of cool. It was pretty nice.
Oh yeah. Y'all got like this special week going on for you.
Something like that. But we still had to do like training and send in a bunch of paperwork. You know, it's end of the year. So it's like we're getting everything settled in for the end of the year, starting up new things for the new year, business plans and things like that. So, you know, got to get everything situated, settled in, and make sure everyone's locked in, ready to go for 2026 because it's right around the corner, man. Crazy to think that the year's over already.
Yeah, where did it go? It went by so fast. We're already in week 12.
It went somewhere, man. Yeah, and we are in week 12, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, not anymore. Going to week 13 now.
Going to, yeah. So it's the recap officially. This is the Monday night recap for sure. And we were actually expecting to have our colleague here with us, but unfortunately, he had to deal with something, some sort of an emergency. I don't know. Could be could be truth, could be lies. I don't know, dude. I don't know. But that boy Cisco was supposed to show up tonight. And after that Eagles lost, dude, he did not want to show up. He did not want to be here tonight. I guarantee you that.
Oh man.
Dude, so we
Oh,
we're texting. I was texting him and he wasn't responding to none of my texts. And I was like, gosh, man, I feel bad. Like that's gotta suck. You drive all the way to Dallas to go see your team, and then they blow a 21-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Oh man.
So I was like, dude, poor guy, man. Like he's probably in hell. He's probably in misery, you know? So I was like, dude, let me just call him real fast. Let me just check on him, make sure he's okay. He picks up the phone and I was like, hey, you all right? I just want to make sure you made it out of Dallas alive. And he's, oh, bro, it's bullshit, bro. Bullshit. You know what he told me?
What?
He goes, Vegas called. Vegas called. I was like, shut the hell up, bro. Vegas did not make any phone calls last night on that game. I could promise you that, dude. That was y'all lost that game straight up.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did, man. Oh, that was a fun game though. That was crazy, dude. Because I wasn't watching like not much of anything really at all because I couldn't find it. So I kept trying to stream it, and every now and again, if it wasn't buffering too much, I'd catch a little glimpse. But all I saw was the Eagles fans just ripping him up, bro. It's just like, yeah, 21-0. We got it in the bag, this and that. And then, come like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours later, you see the statuses all starting to change. And I'm just like, yo, what's going on here?
Dude, I looked at the score and I was like, "Oh my god, the Eagles are just demolishing them." Because I was busy, bro. We're in Austin. We had a baseball tournament and everything like that, so I couldn't watch the game until towards the end. But as we're on the way home driving, I just kept looking at the score and I was like, "Oh my god." They're just getting demoralized with like 21
Yeah.
nothing fourth quarter. I was like, "Oh, it's game's over. Game's over." Then we get home and I turn it on, and I guess from the time that we parked and got inside, they had scored a touchdown. So I was like, "Oh, okay, 21-7." And then boom, next thing I know, they score again. I was like, "Oh shit. All right. Now we got ourselves a game." I was like, "There's still quite a bit of time left." Then they score again, and that was when all the fumbles and everything happened, and I was just like, "Oh, Cisco." I was like, "He's there." Oh shit. Hopefully he's not surrounded by a bunch of Cowboys fans, because boy, they'd be giving him some hell.
Dude. Oh man. There was a lot of green. There was a lot of green, it looked like, in that stadium. I have a couple of people that went to the game, and there was a lot of green in there. It definitely looked.
I think Joey went there too, right?
Yeah, Joey. Yeah, saw Joey's there.
I was
Yeah,
like,
man, there was a
dude.
lot of green, so I can only imagine. But it's so weird because every game I've been to in Dallas, I feel like the visiting team has outshined the home team every game I've gone to. Granted, most of them have been Texans games, but I've been to the Cowboys and the Redskins back in the day when they were the Redskins, and that was pretty Redskin heavy.
Well, you think about it, there's so many people that are moving into the state of Texas, you know what I mean? And there's not there, not every single one of them is a Cowboys fan, obviously, right? They're gonna root for their native city or native town, native state, whatever you want to say. And so, if they come to town, might as well go see them and rep your colors. So
Bro, that's one thing about being up here is pretty funny. If you wear your jersey, I feel like every time I wear my jersey outside in the public, and another team jersey is someone's wearing, where it's just like a what's up, like heck
like,
yeah,
what's
like
up, dude?
like what's up, bro? But
Like
then
there's a
like you,
respect to it,
yeah,
right?
respect because it's not a Cowboy fan.
Yeah, fuck these cowgirls.
Yeah, dude, it could be any fucking team. It's the Jaguars or the Colts, and we're all just like, yo.
Yeah, dude, but that was a epic collapse for the Eagles, dude. And then you talk about a hell of a game from George Pickens, man. I mean, that boy just went off, dude. 9
Yeah.
receptions, 146 yards, 1 touchdown. He's been lighting it up. Do you know he's ranked second in the league right now in receiving yards?
Whoa. Wide
Yep.
receiver too?
As a wide receiver too, only behind JSN. JSN's got like 1,300 something yards, and Pickens is like 1,050, more or
Jeez.
less.
Bro, he was doing your boy in last night. Cooper had no
Uh,
answer. Cooper DeJean, he had
dude,
no answer for him yesterday.
did you see that fourth down catch, the one that basically sealed the deal, set up Aubrey for the game winning field goal? That slant route when they're running man coverage, right? You got what's his name going in motion, their punt returner. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
The fast guy, the one who broke
Yeah,
out for that
super
big
fast, little
turban,
short. Yeah,
right?
Turpin.
Turpin.
Cavante Turpin, something like that. Anyways, so he goes into motion. He starts going to the right side, and you see his defender following him the whole way, and you could see Pickens, bro. He's got his head turned, and he's like, "Oh, bro, I'm gonna get you so good right now, dude." He ran outwards. If you go back and play the film, he actually ran out towards the sideline and then cut back in. The reason why he did that is he wanted his defender to get his hips turned, cuts in. Next thing you know, those two guys run right into each other, and he's wide open for days, bro. And I was just like, oh, dirty, bro.
Who was his
Dirty.
defender? Was it Cooper? Was it
I
your
don't know
boy?
who his defender was on that one. It might have been Blankenship, but all I know is that both those DBs ran right into each other, and there's nothing that they could do from there. I mean, it was,
Yeah.
and it almost seemed like he could have ran it in for a touchdown, but it seemed like he just started jogging just because he knew, like, all right, this game's ice. I put my faith in Aubrey to just get this kick. Like, let's get this done and over with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I honestly feel like he very well could have made a couple of defenders miss and just ran in for a touchdown.
Did
But
they have a
then
timeout left? I don't remember.
Well, so I think it's a more of a heads up play from Pickens understanding the situation, right?
The
Because
time's going down because they only had
I think the Eagles still had one more timeout to burn, and there was still like 50 seconds or so on the clock. So rather than go score the touchdown and give the Eagles a timeout and 50 seconds to go score, he said, "No, let me go down. Let me just get tackled, make them have to burn their timeout, and then Dallas just has to ice the clock from there." So it's definitely a heads up play by Pickens for sure.
Yeah.
But even Dak, I mean, Dak had himself a game, dude. 354 yards, 2 touchdowns, only 1 interception, completed 63% of his passes, had a 103 QBR rating. Jalen Hurts, on the flip side, 289 yards passing, only 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He completed 70% of his passes. But, dude, the Cowboys defense stepped up. Like I said, they held the Eagles to like less than 60 yards rushing yesterday. So one of the worst rushing defenses in the NFL
Held
just
Saquon.
held the Eagles, held Saquon and Jalen Hurts, because you got to imagine. I mean, Jalen Hurts still had 2 rushing touchdowns. Don't get me wrong, but they dial up plays for him to run just as much as they do for Saquon Barkley, and so you held both of those guys, total under 60 yards. Pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Starting to make that Logan Wilson and that Quentin Williams trade look legit.
Yeah. Maybe Micah wasn't the answer after all. Who knows?
Right.
He's been pretty quiet, I feel.
Hey, and they had that sack. They had that sack on Jalen Hurts in a crucial situation, 3rd down, 4th quarter. Got to have it type situation.
I mean, it's been a weird season, so it's the only thing that makes sense. Is for
But
Micah.
AJ Brown had himself a game. Did you start him on fantasy?
I did. He got me 22 points.
Nice. 110 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yep. Yes,
Not
sir.
bad, right?
Yes,
He
sir.
showed up.
The one game. This is so. I think every 4 games or something like that. Like every 3 games.
He shows up.
Yeah, he shows up. He's like, here you go. Here you go. One little 20p. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, it was pretty wild, man. But you look at that. I think what really kind of threw it into gear. I mean, obviously they had that fumble caused on Saquon, right? Which that obviously sparked them up for sure. But then the one where I feel like it really kind of was like, holy shit, was that punt return fumble.
Yeah.
And dude, that was wild, bro. I got video on that. First off, why would you even field it at the 1? Oh, sorry, Cisco. Had to do it.
Oh man, I bet his heart dropped. Oh.
Hey, Jackie says it's an amazing game. And I think it was. I truly think it was.
Dude, they had if you're a Cowboy fan, 1000% that was a great game. Or just an outsider looking in.
Dude, but my thing is why in the hell would you field that ball at the 1 yard line? At that point, let that thing go out of bounds.
Yeah.
What was there 5 minutes left on the clock?
You're not Devin Hester or Jacoby Jones. You ain't running that ball back right there.
Or Turpin.
Yeah, you ain't gonna fumble the ball, then pick it up and somehow run for a touchdown.
Yeah, bro. So I was like, why is he fielding it at the 1? I said, let that thing go out of bounds, get the touchback, start at the 20, and march down the field. You own the clock at that point. You control your own destiny.
Yeah.
That's situational football right there, understanding what's going on. So I don't know. That again, that's where Cisco comes into play too. He says that Vegas made that call. and told them to field it from the 1. I'm like, shut the hell up, bro. You're
That's an ego
stupid."
play.
Yeah. So, but Elijah Clark, man, he's hit the media. He's gone viral since last night, bro, for his efforts, dude. Which I have video playback for that too. So let's watch that real quick.
Yeah,
All these years.
dude.
I'm telling you,
Bam!
look at that
Look at this.
hustle.
Bam!
Knocked
Who wants
down.
to be a gunner in the NFL?
I mean,
Not me.
he's just getting tore up,
But
bro.
Clark,
Never gives
relentless
up on the
effort.
play though.
Just great hustle. And then causing a massive
That's fun.
turnover.
That's football right there. That's fun.
Dude, like never
He's just
gives
out there
up
having
on the
a good
play.
time.
Never gives up on the play, dude. And all I kept thinking, I was like, bro, that's gonna be in every single like NFL special teams room this week. You know what I mean? Same thing with like high school football teams. You got coaches that are probably sending it to the players, like, hey, you see this? This is why we never give up on the play. You play till the whistle's blown. It's for stuff like this. You never know what's gonna happen. Force fumble. You know?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that Tyler Lockett one. Do you remember that Tyler Lockett one where with Geno Smith? Geno Smith had to scramble out of the pocket. So Tyler Lockett, I believe it was Tyler Lockett. If not, it was JSN. What he does is he goes on an out route, on a vertical route. And I think he was supposed to curl in, but saw that Geno was escaping the pocket and he was going
So
to
he
full on
ran out?
rush. So he just kept running straight and then started acting like he was getting thrown a deep ball. So his defender started covering him like heavy. Meanwhile, Geno Smith is right behind him and he's got no clue because his eyes are looking at the wide receiver.
Are you talking about DK Metcalf?
No, I don't think it was DK Metcalf. I think it was
Bro,
either
DK
JSN or
Metcalf
if it was Tyler
did
Lockett.
a fake. When he did his fake catch as a Seahawks. Bro, you don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that. Oh,
Ah.
yes, I know which one you're talking about, but no, that's not the same. That's not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm
Oh.
talking about, like I said, is either JSN or is Tyler Lockett. And again, Geno Smith is scrambling out of the pocket to the right, and he goes on a deep vertical, acts like he's catching the ball, and Geno Smith is actually right behind him, but the defender has no clue, and so he's able to gain like an extra 20 yards before the defender
Damn.
finally realizes that the ball was never thrown in the air. Geno was just rushing like. Straight up heads up play, dude. Hilarious. Oh, shit. Damn. He's alive, bro. He's like, I can't let y'all keep bashing me like this, bro.
Y'all bashing me or what?
Let's talk
No.
about it.
We weren't talking about you. We would never talk about you, Cisco.
Nah. Tatum's just like really sick. So I don't know, he has like a fever and shit like that too. Can't sleep and shit.
Well, I hope he feel better, man. Hope he feels
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, he started feeling sick Saturday night, and I was freaking my girl all out. She couldn't sleep and all that because our kid stayed with my mother-in-law, so
Got it.
freaking all out.
Well,
Anyway,
we're partying up in here, bro. Don't bring that negativity into this
Nah,
studio.
we're
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
we're good.
Hey, but prayers up for your boy.
Appreciate
Hope he
it.
feels better. Hope
Appreciate
he feels
it.
better.
Bro, we were just shitting on the Cowboys. I mean, not the Cowboys. the Eagles. Well, I'm so programmed to say the Cowboys. It was weird to have to say another team.
Oh shit!
That was bound to
Dude.
happen.
We're talking about that Elijah Clark tackle, bro. That forced fumble that he had.
Dude, I don't know why he didn't let that ball go on the end zone.
We were just talking about that. I was like, why in the world would you field a ball at the 1 yard line with 5 minutes left to go and your game's tied?
Dude, me and the guy next to each other were like, dude, why is he coming out of? Why is he returning that ball? Like, makes no sense.
Oh, so you got lucky. You were by some Eagles fans, huh?
Dude, it was filled with Eagles fans.
It was all
Really?
Joey.
Yeah,
Dude, it was
Right?
filled with Eagles
Wouldn't that be
fans.
some shit? Phil's
that
Joey.
is hilarious. 88,000 people in there. He just happens to be next to him.
93,000.
93,000. Sorry.
Damn.
He
They
knows
announced
his
it on the
stadium.
Megatron or what?
What?
They
No,
announced
it
it on
was
that.
no. They AT&T Stadium posted on their Facebook
Oh, okay.
like 93,000. I don't know what it was, but 93,000 for sure. It was packed, but
Bro.
there were a lot of Eagles fans there though.
Don't you absolutely just love that stadium, regardless of how you
Dude.
feel about the Cowboys?
dude.
Oh
So,
yeah, it's a beautiful stadium.
dude, so like when people would say like the stadium's huge, like you would think like, oh, it's a stadium, and, but dude, no, it's huge,
Yeah,
huge,
huge is an understatement.
dude. It's like massive, like crazy, like you can't
That's
even
another.
imagine.
It's enormous. I'm just
Yes,
Have you seen these toilets before? They're ginormous.
kidding.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. That stadium is dope, dude.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's pretty
The
fun.
only downside is they only serve Miller Lite, unless they've changed that since.
No, they still serve Miller Lite.
Yeah, that's the only downside is you get no other selection of beer other than Miller Lite.
I mean,
And
they
it's
have
like,
other stuff, but it's not like you can't get like a Dos Equis or Ultra or whatever, like Bud Light.
and it's like $16, bro, for a fucking can.
It's crazy
You got to pay
expensive.
for all of Jerry's legal issues, dog. That's why.
Bro, I drank one beer the last time I went. I was like, huh?
dude,
All right,
That's
and
why
I'm
then
you
good.
pregame before.
and then going to the pro shop, we were like on the opposite side of the stadium. Like they won't let you just cut straight across. You have to go like all the way up, all the way around, then back down, and then like I have to go all the way
Damn.
back up again, back, and like it was a lot of walking just to get to the
Oh
pro
yeah.
shop.
It's like Vegas,
Crazy. Yeah, exactly. But inside the stadium.
but inside the stadium. Yeah, yeah. Dude, Vegas, you
like-
can walk 10 miles and not even recognize it. Like
Yeah.
you damn near walk 10 miles just crossing the street, it feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
Because all these underground tunnels and shit, you come when you finally come out of into sunlight, you're in the complete opposite side of the strip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
dude. You're cutting through buildings and stuff.
well with Vegas, it's like, bro, like just going from like Caesars to like the Pink Flamingo or whatever it's called. Dude, you're walking like a full length football
Harris.
field just to get, yeah, it's like the Harris and the
Yeah.
Flamingo and all that. Dude, it's like a full length football field just to get to the damn street. Then you got to cross the street. It's like a 7-lane road with the median in the middle,
Yeah.
like a curbside medium.
Yeah.
So you walk across the street, and then you try to get to where you're going. Like, say you're going to the big Ferris wheel or whatever. It's like, brother, that's a whole another football field too. Before you know it, just to go to the damn from Caesars to the merry-go-round thing and then all the way back. What do they call it? The high roller? I think it's the high roller.
Yeah, the high roller. Yeah.
Go there and back, dude. That's like a mile on its own.
Dude, well, just that little strip where the high roller's at, in that little area, because I think there's In and Out and all that other stuff. The link,
Right. Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
just that little spot, like you're walking a lot,
And it's 115 degrees outside.
dude.
Dude, you ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying.
But-
But it is nice if you go there during like the fall season, wintertime ish, pretty
Yeah.
nice. And if it does get too cold, they have heaters like built into the freaking poles there. Like it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Heaters in the desert. Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, so we got that out the way. Sorry, Cisco. We
I thought he was
Kinda
waiting
hard.
for it.
we kind of already. I feel like he was kind of waiting for us to get past that segment, right?
I wasn't even
He's
watching.
like,
it.
okay, they have nothing else to talk about. Let me hop in.
Well, Jackie was watching, and I know you ain't separated from her, dog. So I'm sure she was blasted because Jackie commented, bro. So I know she watching.
What did she say?
She said it was a great game.
Oh,
Yeah. That's why I
Yeah,
was like,
she-
oh man, she's watching. I was like, oh, this
She-
motherfucker gonna get on.
she went
or
in the
what? You
room
gonna
and-
get on or what, dude?
nah. She went in the room, and then I was talking with her dad,
Mm,
and then after we're done, that's when I hopped on. Right here.
you had to lay the law down, huh?
Nah, he had to lay the law down. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Y'all, next time I go out of town, I don't want to hear shit about my kid being sick. You better figure it out.
That's just because he laid the law down. So he was like, don't kiss my baby in front of me.
But
So
nah.
next time you get in the car and you take him to the damn ER, like I said.
but nah, it was definitely a good game for sure. But like
Yeah,
a good
well,
game to be at.
But
But yeah, Anyways, moving on to
But
the
moving
next
on.
one, man. Moving on to
I
the
mean,
next game because
And I mean, to be honest, I can't really talk about all the other games. That's really the only game I saw. Because other than
well, I
that, we were
mean,
walking
for
around
obvious
everywhere.
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna have like good takes for y'all on the other games.
No, I mean, we don't need good takes, brother. We need
Here for
hot
the
takes.
vibes.
We need hot takes, baby. So I don't care what you says. I don't care what you says, dog. You just keep going, baby. But we're
But
gonna
let's
shift gears
but
over
let's
to
get your
this
thoughts
Minnesota.
on this game. No, I'm just kidding.
But let's go ahead and get your thoughts again. No, I'm just kidding. But no, man. So Minnesota goes out to Lambeau Field, takes on the Green Bay Packers. They fumble the bag there. They lose the game 23-6. And JJ McCarthy, bro, goes 12 for 19, 87 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And so I just wanted to kind of get y'all's take on this to see like if y'all think that JJ McCarthy, is it time to call him a bust yet? Or is it still kind of soon because he hasn't really had that many games played?
Yeah.
You know, but he's already, you know, you think about he's already gone through his rookie campaign, which obviously was short-lived because he didn't even make it to game 1 of the first season last year. Goes out with what, an ACL injury, something like
Yeah, I
that.
think so.
Season ending, has to have surgery, does the whole rehab thing, does the whole bit, whatever. Okay. Fast forward, you think about the Vikings move on from Sam Darnold after he takes them on a 15-2 run. Okay. Mind you, they had Daniel Jones in the building last year too.
Yeah.
They let him walk for a bag of chips. They just straight up just let him walk. And they let Sam Darnold walk too. And so you look at the comparison, right? Obviously, when this whole thing went down, everyone's like, dude, they must have a lot of faith in JJ McCarthy for them to let go of 2 veteran quarterbacks. You know, you got Sam Darnold, who was, you know, obviously resurrecting his career. You got Daniel Jones that just got, you know, left for dead by the Giants. But you let him walk for a quarterback who you still haven't seen take an NFL snap professionally yet in the regular season. And so they put all their money in the bag on JJ McCarthy and immediately, you know, game 1, I think he looks okay against the Bears. Obviously, he only played good for the 4th quarter, and that was it. Outside of that, he was pretty shaky. I think he only played like another game after that where it was like, okay, he looked good for the first 2 quarters, but outside of that, he looked like crap. Then he gets hurt. Then he comes back. Well, then last night on the flight home, this dude informs the team that he's having like fuzziness in his head. Come to find out, the dude has a concussion. So now he's in concussion protocol and is not starting next week. So he's out yet again. And so it's like, is it safe to call him a bust? Is it not safe? I mean, because this dude's injury prone at the same time. What do you guys think?
I mean,
saw a post that compared him to Jamarcus Russell, and for that reason, I'm out.
You're no longer on the JJ McCarthy sweepstakes.
Yes. dude, this guy has 10 interceptions with 6 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he's like, he averages like 2 interceptions a game.
And only has like 6 games played
Yes.
out of 11.
Yeah. No, things don't look good for him. I think he might be a bust. Maybe he goes to another team and maybe gets a new coach or something. I don't know. But it ain't working for the Vikings right now. Who's his backup? Mason Rudolph?
no. Let's see.
Carson Wentz was his backup, but I don't know how he's doing
Oh,
because
yeah.
he
True.
got hurt too.
QB depth chart. Let's see. Max Brosmer.
Never even heard the guy.
Who? Mike Jones.
It's a Madden made up CPU player.
Dang.
Yeah, dude. So for me, it's just like, I don't know, dude. I think he's a bust, dude. I think he was on a really good Michigan team when he was in college. And I think that the weapons that he had around him made him look a lot better than what he actually was. And I think that now it's being exposed, because he's having to go up against grown men now that are, rushing towards him. And therefore he's unable to make decisions. If you look at the way yesterday when he tries to hit Aaron Jones, right, on his check down, he tries to hit Aaron Jones on the check down, completely airmails the ball all the way to the sidelines. Like, what the hell are you doing? You can't even hit the check down. So just the small little scope that we have, it's not looking good, bro. Not looking good.
Well, would you say being injury prone is a bust?
I mean, yes,
Yeah,
kind of.
unfortunately.
Well,
Because
I mean,
I would look at like Derrick Rose. Could have been one of the greatest players ever, but injury prone, so bust.
I wouldn't call Derrick Rose a
yeah,
bust because he still gave you
he
what
still had
was
his
it, a
MVP season.
season?
That was
He
his
still had his
rookie
MVP
season.
No, he still had his MVP season.
That was his first season, though. After that,
But he
started
still
getting
gave
hurt.
you a full season, though.
Yeah.
After that, injury prone.
Unlike JJ McCarthy, he really hasn't given us anything.
See, because I think he's injury prone, right? But I think it's like a short amount of time. Because what the way I see it, right, is he got hurt, and so they have him, not training, but like going through the play calls, have him on the sidelines and on the mic and stuff. Kind of like preparing him to get on the field. But I think they're trying to prepare him to get on the field. But now when he actually goes out on the field, they kind of stop like treating him like as a rookie. Like they think like, okay, he's got it. And when he's out on the field, it's not happening. So I think they still got to coach him through that series of like, okay, he's technically still a rookie, right? Because he hasn't played a full season, right? He has
Right.
6 games under his belt. So we got to treat him as a rookie, still coach him and teach him as we go along these games, right? Because I think that what they think is, hey, he's been on the sidelines for a year and a half. He's got it down. He's good. So he's good to go out there. We don't got to do that no more. But no, I think they should still coach him and train him on stuff like that. Which is, I mean, it's just my opinion, but I don't know how it's really going down. But I mean, if we say injury prone is a bust, and he is a bust, because I think he is injury prone, but I do still think it's early to tell what he can be. But if he just keeps getting hurt, we wouldn't be able to tell.
Well, Luke, do you want to respond to that, or you want me to go?
You go.
So I would agree with you on that, but then one could easily argue that, well, what about Bryce Young? Right? Because Bryce Young started off real shaky. They benched him. They let him sit behind Andy Dalton for a few games, and then they put him back in towards the end of the season last year, and he actually started playing really well to finish off the season, left on a good note at the end of the season. Fast forward into this year, they're slowly kind of creeping along. I mean, I'm not sure how they're doing tonight against the 49ers, but, to it all, he's got they had a winning record going into the game tonight. And Bryce Young, for the most part, looking pretty good, had himself a hell of a game. What was it, just last week? Threw for like 450 yards or something like that. So, and then I know that Loop and I will both agree on this, is that we argue that some of these high draft prospects, these quarterbacks, shouldn't start immediately. We argue the fact that you should sit them down when they first get in the league. You should get them on the sidelines, listening in on the play. Yeah, listening in on the play calling sheet, watching it live, learning the game as you go along, getting the reps in practice. And so that way, when you do go into the game, you're that much further along. Because if you follow it along across the league, Packers being a perfect example of that, is that Jordan Love, for his rookie season, technically, right, whenever he first got the starting job after Aaron Rodgers left, looked really good. Looked like he had been playing in the league for a few years. You know what I mean? It was like there wasn't even no learning curve, it seemed like, for him. It was just blow and go, and he just took off. You look at Drake May. Drake May didn't get the start right away, right? He had to sit behind, I forget who it was. Was it Cam Newton or Bailey Zappi or somebody? Whoever was on the
There's been a few Patriot quarterbacks.
There's been a few Patriot quarterbacks since Brady left.
Matt Jones.
Mac Jones. That's who it was. I think maybe he had to sit behind Mac Jones or somebody. Anyways, but nonetheless, the point being is that he didn't get the starting job right away, right? And when he did start an NFL game, it was like fourth quarter. It was a bad situation. It was like they could only run pass plays only. They just wanted to see if they had something in the kid. Screw it, throw him in there. Let's see what happens. And obviously, it didn't look good. But nonetheless, you learn a lot from that. Moving forward into this season, look at what he's doing now. Top 5 quarterback in the league.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and on the whole Bryce Young thing, he had a year and a half under his belt, a year and a half of full football under his belt, right? Because he played all his rookie season in 2023. Obviously, six.
Ooh.
Autobots.
Hey, slow down there, pimp. You broke up pretty good. You broke up pretty good there. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Trying to reconnect here.
And let me leave.
R2D2 reboot.
Hold on. Don't leave. Don't leave. I think it'll fix itself.
Uh-oh.
You just... Oh, never mind. He left. Chat, we lost him.
He'll be back.
Sad. He'll be back.
That was crazy, though. I was like, that was wild. Anyways.
Yeah.
Side note. What's his name? The quarterback we are just talking about for the Panthers, Bryce Young, threw 2 interceptions today, 1 touchdown. He went 18 for 29 and 169 yards. They lost 9-20. But get this. So Brock Purdy, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 23 for 32 for 193 yards. Do they bench him and just start Mac Jones even though he won?
No, I mean, that just sounds like it was a defensive game. I mean, I can't sit here and tell you exactly what happened per se, because obviously we're here, so we've been on this the whole time. But it sounds to me like if there was 4 interceptions thrown by the quarterbacks today, it sounds like it was a defensive game, which you already know when it comes to the 49ers, it's always going to be a defensive matchup. You know what I mean? They're going to make it a defensive matchup for sure. I mean, yeah, they have a potent offense when they're clicking, but sometimes they don't always click. And especially this season, it's been a rocky road. It's been up and downhill. You know what I mean? They haven't been consistent at all. Hey, but Cisco, to kind of bounce back off of what you're saying earlier, right? With Bryce Young having the year and a half under his belt. Again, his rookie season, he didn't play the whole year. He started like the first 9 or 10 games and was just doing terrible. So they benched him for Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton came back in and started like 4 or 5 games for them before they brought Bryce Young back in. So he played his full rookie year, but he didn't like play. Like he didn't start. He wasn't in the game for like 6 of those games, 5 or 6 of those games, something like that. And it wasn't until towards the end, I think he started like the last, remaining 2 games, 3 games maybe. But Andy Dalton got a few starts in his rookie campaign. And that's what I'm referring to when I say sit the quarterback, let them kind of, learn first by watching the game, listening to the play calls in his helmet, because the backup quarterback can have his helmet on and listen to the play call as well. And so that way he can kind of get a better understanding of what it's going to be like when he gets out there.
Yeah.
And just that little bit of time that Bryce Young sat out obviously worked wonders for him, because he was able to slow the game down for himself and really kind of like do some digging and actually learn to read defenses faster, things of that nature, because he can do it on the sidelines without having the pressure of the play clock and, everything else going around him. So he's able to process things in his head a little bit better on the sidelines. And I think that JJ McCarthy had enough time doing that, considering that he sat the entire season last year and got an extra game to do it with because the Vikings went to the playoffs. So he had 18 games to sit there and listen to play calls and read the defenses and learn how to do this and learn how to do that.
Which is
to
why I
see the way
think,
that he's doing it now is just like it's kind of weird. But go ahead.
I mean, which is why I think they kind of like threw him in there without having doing the reps on it, right? Like, hey, you observed for this long, now just go and do it. You know, because I mean, some people learn where it's like, hey, I'm more hands on, right? So, um, I, I just think that's how they're running it. Like, hey, you observe for this long, now just go out and do it without still having to still train and coach him throughout the time. Which I mean, like I said, but if he is still constantly getting injured, then yeah, he would definitely be a bust, right? Because we can't see his potential, not him not out there playing. But um, yeah, I mean, but just with 6 games under his belt, still kind of early. I mean, because he doesn't have a full season under him,
That's cool.
in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully he's not, right? Hopefully he's not. He, you know, definitely don't wish bad upon him by any means necessary. I mean, by all accounts, he looks like a great kid. Looks like a model citizen to me. Stand up guy. I'm sure he's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But it's just that, hey, in this type of league, it's like you either have it or you don't. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You
for sure.
sink or swim, unfortunately. And I know that Justin Jefferson has done every which way he can to make him try to look good, and it's just
Yeah,
like it's not working, bro. I
yeah,
mean,
Mhm.
you've seen him on the sidelines, like trying to pump him up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, let's go, let's go get the next one. Let's go get the next one. Like, being a great teammate.
there's
But
only
that
so
can
many of
only,
those. Yeah,
yeah, there's
I,
only
I
so
always
many
think about
pats
that
on the back
video.
that you can get before it's like, hey, dude, you got to start figuring it out. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I always think of that video of him getting all pumped up in the locker room.
You got to pump it up.
That
Pump
shit
it up.
cracks me up.
You got to pump it up.
No.
Anyways, man, so let's move forward with this, right? Because when we talk about bust, there's only there's another guy that I can think of, and that's and he's not a player, right? But he's a former head coach. Now he's a former offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly. Cisco, I don't know if you got the news about that, but Chip Kelly's out, son.
Yeah, as a OC.
As the OC for the Vegas Raiders, he's done, bro. What you got on Chip Kelly, bro? What you think?
Cool.
Cisco.
I mean, I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, because you got Gino out there, who's blind
That's
as
what
a
she
bat.
said.
Got him. I need to get that sound effect, bro.
No, I mean, it's just hard. I mean, because you don't really have a great receiver core. All you really have is Bowers and Myers, and I mean, you got Jency too, but you got Geno Smith out there throwing like he's JJ McCarthy out there being hurt.
Yeah, but you got to understand too that they're running the plays that he's designing.
True.
You know what I mean? And if you look at the protection, the pass protection's terrible for one. So it's like, what can you really do, honestly? You know what I mean? And Gino, it's not like he's slow. He's not Tom Brady. He's got some legs under him, but you can only run so much before eventually someone's going to catch up to you, dog. Especially, the way that these D linemen nowadays, man, 350 pounds, and these guys are running, 4.5s, 4.6s now. It's like, holy crap.
F that,
These
bro.
guys ain't slow.
Well, that and a good offensive coordinator will make plays around his players. Designate the play around his team. If something's not working or his scheme's not working, he's not gonna. He shouldn't force the scheme because that's what he's known for, what he does. But that's I don't know. I just never cared for Chip Kelly's offense. I feel like he
Ever.
only had like a few good years, maybe like 2 good years in the NFL, and then everyone caught on. And he was shit. Like his stuff worked at Oregon and only Oregon. Like I feel like after that, like nothing ever worked again.
And that's what I was going to say, bro. Like, I question his credibility in the first place. You know what I mean? And I felt like he's kind of rode the coattails of of his time in Oregon, like you said, because if you look at his Oregon record was like 46-7. Was awesome. It was badass. Went to 3 conference championships, made 1 appearance in the Natty, but then he lost it in 2011 to Oregon, or to Auburn, I mean. But right after that, the NCAA launched like an investigation and found out that he was like paying players on the side, which nowadays would be okay because you have the NIL, right? But back then it was obviously highly frowned upon. And so they put him like on this 3-year probation. He couldn't get hired by another team unless it was approved by the NCAA. And ever since then, he's just been to shit. So like, look at this. He went to the Eagles right after the whole NCAA investigation. He went to the Eagles. I forget how many seasons he was with the Eagles, but he posted a 10-21 record. The year after that, he goes to the 49ers, posts a 2-14 record, only lasts 1 season there. I think he lasted 2 seasons with the Eagles. They fired him right before the final season of his tenure there. 49ers posted a 2-14. Then he goes back to college because now his 3-year probation is up, right? Goes back to college, gets hired by UCLA, and is the coach there, I believe, for like 5 or 6 seasons, and posts an overall record of 35-34. Before then going to Ohio State last year, which we all know that they won the national championship then, but he was the offensive coordinator there. He wasn't the head coach. But then I guess that gives him the credibility to go back to the Raiders or to the NFL as an OC. Like, again, I question everything about how he was, because I'm like, bro, this dude's ass. No offense, but I mean,
he's
like,
ass.
But outside of Oregon, what has he done? What has he done to prove that he's gotten the job? I mean, do you really give him that much credit, Ohio State? Honestly, that whole team was stacked. It was a $22 million roster.
Yeah.
You look at their receiving core. You look at the quarterback. You look at the linemen. You look at the defense that they had. Like it was just, and the defense that they still have. Caleb Downs is still over there.
Bro, even looking at,
I'll tell you
looking
right
at
now,
his Oregon team.
I'll take Chip Kelly over Kevin Patullo any day.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I would.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I mean, he was able to win a natty with the stack team. We got a stack team too, and Patullo can't do nothing with it.
Well, I would argue that you guys should just offer a trade to the Saints and get Kellen Moore back, because Kellen Moore's struggling with New Orleans, and he had the Eagles looking like an unstoppable force last season.
Yeah, I mean, I get why he would want to leave to go to get a head coaching job, but man,
some offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators are good and great at just being that.
Yeah.
And some just need to understand when they need to just stay in their lane. For example, like Steve Spagnuolo, right? When he was a head coach for the Giants, terrible.
Yeah.
Goes back to Kansas City as a defensive coordinator, all world.
Amazing. Yeah.
Hall of Fame defensive coordinator, terrible head coach. Same thing with Josh McDaniels, Hall of Fame offensive coordinator, terrible head coach. Right? Some of these guys, they just need to learn to just stay in those lanes and just rock with what they're good at. You know what I mean? You're still getting paid, still getting money.
Yeah.
Still winning the
championships too. Yeah.
Still winning championships, getting those bonus checks, racking up extensions. Like, it's guaranteed. You know what I mean? Like,
instead of risking it, gambling it.
Albeit I talk shit about the Chiefs, bro, but I respect the hell out of Steve Spagnuolo because he recognized, like, hey, you know what? We got something great here. Why am I going to go search for a head coaching job? I'm relevant here. I'm going to go someplace that isn't relevant anymore. Why would I want to do that to myself? And I can retire here as one of the greatest DCs of all time. Why not?
Yeah.
That was like Josh McDaniels with the Patriots.
Yeah. I mean, but look at what he's doing now, right? Back with the Patriots as the offensive coordinator, and they're leading the AFC East right now. Like, one of the best records in football. One of the best offenses in football. So, hopefully Josh McDaniels kind of recognizes that and realizes, like, hey, dude, like, I just need to stay here because obviously I'm great at what I do in this role.
Right.
I'm not great at doing it from a head coaching spot,
So yes, get Kellen Moore back.
Yeah, so offer a trade to the Saints, kind of similar to what Denver did with Sean Payton. You know what I mean? They had to trade Sean Payton over to Denver. They should do the same thing for Kellen Moore, but as an offensive coordinator instead. But that wasn't the only one, man. So the Giants also fired their DC, Shane Bowen.
I've been saying that forever, bro.
Well,
I thought they should have fired him
whenever
first.
they fired Daboll. They should have fired him first.
Yeah.
They should have fired him first.
That should have been the first guy out. The offense hasn't been any different.
Mm-mm.
They haven't
Still the
scored any
same?
more points. It's still the same thing. So is that really
Yeah.
Daboll's fault? Like,
No,
But
I
hey,
mean,
I think that the Giants were having fun regardless, bro. I think Giants fans are having fun regardless right now, bro, because freaking Jameis is in there right now, dude. Did y'all see
Yeah.
that? Dude, play of the year, bro. I got video playback for that. Y'all want to see it?
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I got video playback.
You should have got his opening up.
Another
Look at
trick
this.
play
I think I
as
kind of saw that.
Olszewski
Look at
throws.
this. Oh!
Olszewski
Shook a
with the
defender,
pass.
bro.
Into the
Woo-wee!
end zone for a
Hey,
Giants
check it out.
touchdown.
Watch the steak,
Jameis
dog. Watch the steak.
Winston.
Oh! Hitting it, dog. Hitting it. Bro.
Oh man,
Dude.
we outside, but we
But we
inside.
inside. Let's go. I want to eat a W. I want to eat a W. Bro.
No.
I love Jameis, bro. I wish we had him. I wish the Texans had Jameis.
Dude, could you imagine him on the Texans? That would be actually pretty good.
I want a Jameis Texans jersey. That'd be sick.
He's a straight up
Oh,
gunslinger, bro. Like that's what he does.
Yeah.
Hot take. I said Jalen Hurts on the Texans is a Super Bowl team.
I think that you just
Just
put
a-
any competent quarterback.
Right?
I
Any
think
quarterback that you get.
I mean, you could damn near
Who can
argue
score
that
about
any other
13 points a game?
starting quarterback in the league right now would be better off in Houston than CJ Stroud.
Not Geno Smith.
Well, that's why I said you could argue that almost every quarterback in the NFL, every starting quarterback in the NFL, almost
Almost.
every starter.
JJ McCarthy.
I'd say
J-
outside of JJ McCarthy, Geno Smith, and Jacoby
Shador.
Brissett. But hell, Jacoby Brissett might actually be an upgrade at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, Mills ain't doing too bad. I'll give it to him.
He's not doing bad at
Yeah.
all. No, he's doing good. But that's the point, though.
If-
Like, if your backup quarterback is doing better than your starter, and you got your boy CJ Stroud over there on the side moping,
Still in concussion protocol.
dude, what has it been, like a month now?
This is the third week. Yep.
Dude, that's crazy. Hey, and you know, the chatter's getting loud, bro. The noise is getting louder up in Houston.
What is he? He's on his third season, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's third season, which is a big year for them because this is where they become contract extendable.
Negotiations.
Yeah,
Oh.
they can start. They can opt in to sign because you got to think that it's 4 years guaranteed with the 5th year option, right?
Right.
Well, the team can waive the option year after the 3rd and elect to just extend them from there. You know what I mean? If they want to, they can pick up the 5th year player option, which I think Houston is more likely to do now at this point, right? I think they're more
Yeah,
likely to
we're-
pick up that 5th year option and just see how this plays out. Because if they can keep him for cheap, might as well.
We're just gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna giving Will Anderson the big deal.
Oh yeah, Will Anderson deserves it. Number 1 defense in the league. Yeah, that
He was
Houston
the
defense is
obvious
no
correct
no
draft
joke.
pick.
Oh,
Dude.
for sure.
that game on Thursday, that was crazy. Crazy defensive game from the Texans.
Bro, my butt was so tight, just praying we shut them out the second half of the game. Just like, oh my god, we got this, right? Right? We got this, right? Oh man.
Yeah, but hey, so that wasn't the only so I felt like the whole Jameis thing with the New York Giants, I felt like that because of all the hype behind Jameis right now, like all the love that he's getting, the respect that he's getting, everything. I felt like it over kind of shadowed, if I'm even saying it right, but I felt like it overshadowed Jahmyr Gibbs' day. Because if you look at Jahmyr Gibbs, bro, that dude had like over 250 all-purpose yards. What was it? So 15 rushing attempts, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 receptions, 45 yards, and another touchdown. Bro, he got me 77 points on my fantasy.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I think he outscored my entire team last week.
Jesus. Yeah, he was.
I think last
he
week
was
I
on
got
one.
like 76 points. That's crazy.
He was on one for sure. But that was a closer game than one would expect, though, which was kind of weird for it being like the Giants versus Detroit. Like you would expect Detroit to just absolutely blow them out. I mean, they all had they had a great game regardless. They dialed up a really good offense. Jared Goff had 279 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 9 receptions, 149 yards, 1 touchdown. And then Jahmyr Gibbs obviously went off on his night. But hey, that boy Winston though, dog. 366 yards passing, bro. I mean, you got the full Winston experience yesterday. He had a lights out game, 350 plus yards passing. He had 2 touchdowns. He threw the interception plus the loss, and he had a reception touchdown. Like full Jameis experience in one game right there, bro.
I'm gonna head out of
Giants
here,
fans, you're out, bro.
I gotta head out.
All right, dude.
Laters.
See you, bro.
Chat.
But yeah, bro. So you look at the way that I guarantee you Giants fans weren't even upset yesterday. They're so excited to see Jameis play, bro.
I would be. I saw a tweet and it said someone should all 32 teams should hire Jameis Winston, and whenever somebody goes down, he replaces them as the backup for every team. For every team.
He's like a all-time backup quarterback for every NFL
all time.
team.
Bro, he's so excited. That so
would
funny.
Be legit, bro.
But hey, didn't that game go similar to the Cowboys and the Eagles game? Weren't the Giants up like 21-0 at one point?
I don't know how it went quarter for quarter. Let's see here. No, it was 10-6 at one point. Then, or it was 10-7, 17-7, 2014, 26-17. I mean, they led pretty much the entire game right up until the end. You know, they were just, Detroit was just playing catch up with them the whole time. But it was never like completely away from
out
Detroit.
of it, yeah.
Yeah, like and it just caught up to them in the end. I think they tied it, went into overtime, if I'm not mistaken. And Detroit did what Detroit does, and that's give Jahmyr Gibbs the football.
What was it? 4 overtimes last night?
There was quite a bit.
There was 4 total.
Let's see here. You got Jacksonville went into OT.
Colts.
You got the KC game that went into OT. Detroit went into OT.
Steelers, no.
That was it. No, so it was 3 overtime games.
3 overtime games.
But I think last week was the week that was crazy because if I'm not mistaken, it was like the most games decided. The most games that were decided on the final play of the game ever.
What?
Yeah. So like there was like, I don't know, it might have been like 6 or 7 games last weekend that were all decided on the final play of the game winner. That's pretty
Wow.
cool.
That is really
Suspenseful.
cool. Yeah.
Suspenseful, dog. If you even want to call it suspenseful, but hey,
Rigged is what.
let's move on, man. Let's move on to that Cleveland Browns game. What you think? You want to get into
So
that?
let's get into it because I'm very curious. I didn't watch a lot of it. I saw the highlights. He looked pretty okay. Not bad.
Yeah.
But I don't even obviously he's not even the biggest news of the team of right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the coaches because everyone is gunning on Stefanski right now. Did you see Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco go off on him?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, bro, they went off on him. They're like going crazy because everyone's showing like they're showing the footage where he like backhand compliments Shador in the locker room. You know, he's giving a speech and he's like, "Hey, this guy, good job over here. Y'all did good. Offense didn't look the best, but hey, you did a good job. And hey, how about our rookie? Yeah, Shadir, you did good." And it's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Dude, I'm telling you, right? So I've been saying this since the season started that something just seems freaking off, bro, about this whole entire gig. This whole entire thing with the Cleveland Browns. It was so sketch. You think about it. They had Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, they draft Dylan Gabriel, and then they draft Shador Sanders, right? So QB 1 through 4. And you look at it, everyone's talking about, hey, give the rookies some first team reps. Kevin Stefanski's like, no, but then in his press conferences, he's always talking about, yeah, we're going to develop our players, we're going to develop our quarterbacks. Like that's my job. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, yada yada, just bullshitting to the media the whole freaking time, right?
Yeah.
And I've just always felt like something was off, bro. And so I had to do some investigative research.
Okay.
And I figured the whole thing out, bro. And I'm telling dude, I have these gut instincts, bro. I can't make this shit up. When something doesn't feel right in my mind or in my gut, I'm almost always right. 50% of the time, I'm right 100%
All
of
the
the
time.
time. Okay. It's that type of shit though. I'm serious, bro. I tell my wife this all the time. I'm like, dude, if something don't feel right in my gut, I'm usually pretty accurate with it. You know what I mean? I have a really good
Yeah.
sense of judgment. I can read people. You know, I kind of
So
take that to heart.
what did you read? What happened? What did you
Okay,
do?
okay. Well, dude,
Sherlock Holmes.
this is crazy, okay? Because it's a lot to unpack. So I had to freaking get this all on my notes, dude, because there's no way that I'm gonna remember all this by heart. Okay. But it all starts from this guy named Jimmy Sexton. Okay. And for people who are watching, if you don't know who Jimmy Sexton is, okay, he is an agent that represents players, coaches, GMs, you name it, right? He's an agent similar to uh Rich Paul from Clutch Sports, right? He's an agent. So he represents players on behalf when they're signing contracts, whatnot, things of that nature. Okay. So Jimmy Sexton works for a company called Creative Artist Agencies, also known as CAA. Okay. Well, if you take a look at their client list, you'll find some pretty known people on that list. Okay. And ironically, they tie back to a lot of people that just makes you kind of like start scratching your head and has you thinking like, what the fuck? So let's get into this,
Wait.
right? So their client list, okay? I'm going to rattle off a couple of things. Okay? Number 1, they got Dan Lanning. You might know Dan Lanning as the head coach for Oregon. right? Who just recently won his
Okay.
game and started talking shit to the media, talking, throwing jabs at some of these other colleges that are playing these soft, unranked teams to to pad their stats. Okay, so Dan Lanning is represented by Jimmy Sexton. I'm probably gonna mess this up, but Brent Venables, Brent Venables. That sounds better. Okay, he's the head coach of Oklahoma, and then you have, I'm probably gonna mess this up again. Gus Malzahn, who is the head coach of UCF, right?
Where's UCF?
I believe it's college, or I'm sorry, Colorado. I could be wrong.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. But what do all three of those schools have in common? Who all played there?
Who?
Say it.
Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel. Right? Well, guess who? So guess who Dylan Gabriel's representative is? Jimmy Sexton.
Sexton.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, so that's just the beginning of the puzzle, bro. That's just the beginning. That's not even, brother, that's like the appetizer. Right? So what
do those teams have to do with it though?
Well, hold on. Let me I just want to kind of like throw a little seasoning, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to season up my sauce here, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's
It
coming.
doesn't taste
It's
so
coming
right. So I
together.
just want to make sure I get a little bit of seasoning in there.
Stew
Anyways,
isn't just stew automatically. Gotcha.
okay, so that's what we know about Jimmy Sexton, him representing all of these coaches and also Dylan Gabriel. Okay, now let's kind of somewhat rewind a little bit here. Okay, and let's look at the media, because I also noticed that some funny shit was going on in the media. Because, like I told you, you know me, bro. I like to keep up with all my sports. I'm listening on my sports show radios. I listen to everything. I watch all the shows. I watch Get Up. I watch First Take. I watch Pat McAfee, NFL Live, you name it. I watch it. Right. And Dan Orlovsky has always been kind of like an advocate, so to speak, for Dylan Gabriel. He's been an advocate for Kevin Stefanski, kind of defending the whole thing. And my thing is like, bro, why is it that when Dylan Gabriel was QB3, he was still getting first team reps, but Shedeur at QB2 isn't? That makes no sense. But then you have Dan Orlovsky that's going out live publicly on national television telling people, oh, I was a QB2 my whole career. I never got first team reps. Well, funny he should say that, because the guys sitting next to him who are all former players, guys like Jeff Saturday, Damian Woody, Marcus Spears, Cam Newton, Lewis Riddick. I mean, all these guys were former players, and every single one of them contradicted what Dan Orlovsky was saying. They're like, no. They're like, when we practice, our teams always made sure that our QB2 always got at least 15 to 20 reps in practice, just in case if the quarterback was to go down, they at least had some plays set up for the backup quarterback, just in case if they needed to call his name. Every single one of them contradicted Dan Orlovsky. So it had me questioning, like, well, why is Dan Orlovsky basically lying on national television? Why is he sticking up for the decisions that Kevin Stefanski is doing? Because everyone in their mind knows that this shit's not this. You can't make this up. Kevin Stefanski's refusing to say his name in press conferences. He was refusing to name him the QB2 even after the Joe Flacco trade. It took him an entire week before he announced him as QB2. He waited the last second to announce Shedeur Sanders as QB1 starter after homeboy goes down with concussion protocol, Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Took him forever, right? And then even after the game yesterday, he didn't even want to admit that he was going to start Shedeur Sanders for the following week. He didn't come out with that till today. So I'm like, dude, this guy hates him or something. He doesn't want to see him succeed. Well, why do you think that is? So guess who represents Kevin Stefanski? Guess who represents Dan Orlovsky? And guess who also represents Andrew Berry, who is the GM of the Cleveland Browns? Is Jimmy Sexton. So you got this guy. Well, and I mind you know what? I made a mistake there. Andrew Berry is actually represented by somebody else who works at CAA. He's another representative of CAA, the Creative Artist Agency. They have multiple reps. Dude, so you got Shedeur Sanders. This dude ain't fighting for a QB1 spot from Dylan Gabriel. He's fighting a whole freaking agency. It's a whole ecosystem, like a whole machine that he's having to face. And it just gives me so much more respect for Shedeur in the way that he's handling everything. Because you know that they know in that locker room. They know who their agents are. They ain't stupid. You know what I mean?
Well, that and his dad. His dad has insider for days, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. You know, but it's kind of funny how Dylan Gabriel, right, played at UCF, transfers to Oklahoma, transfers over to Oregon, ironically, who were all represented by the same guy. So the coach and the quarterback all have ties to the agent. Then he gets ironically drafted to the Cleveland Browns, who the head coach is also represented by the same agent. And the GM is also represented by the same company who represents you. And then they draft Shedeur Sanders, and little old Shedeur is having to go up against all these guys.
It makes me wonder why they didn't even draft him in the first place.
It truly does make me wonder. And so that's what has me
like,
wondering.
It wasn't really a publicity stunt. It was truly just a publicity stunt.
Well, was it? And that's the thing that we don't know. And we'll probably never know, bro. This is like some 9/11 conspiracy type shit. You know what I mean?
Oh,
we might never know the truth, in my opinion. We might not never know the truth. You know, everyone has their belief, but we don't know, right? Everyone's just, you know, checking the boxes and just seeing things from different angles. Yeah, but in this particular case here, it's like, dude, now it makes sense why Dan Orlovsky is you know, defending Kevin Stefanski and Dylan Gabriel so much. You know, Dano's over here saying, oh, you know, Dylan Gabriel's got excellent arm talent. How? The dude ain't shown us nothing. You know, you traded away Flacco because he started a 1-4 start. Yeah, Dylan Gabriel have the same identical start as Joe Flacco. And yet you're not going to bench Dylan Gabriel for Shedeur. It took him to go into concussion protocol for that. That's not playing the game correctly. What it is that's politics. You're looking out for your own guy because you're all in the same firm together. You're all in the same agency.
Yeah.
That's why Dano's over there defending them on national television. So not only do you have the players and the coaches backing up each other from the agency, but you also have the media backing you up as well. Which is kind of weird why Dano would go on live television as well and on X the night Daboll got fired and was like, the first person that the Giants should call is Kevin Stefanski. Really? I wonder why.
I wonder why.
You're just looking out for your boys.
Ooh, dude, that'd be terrible for the Giants, though.
So yeah, so that's my bombshell of the night, bro. That's my bombshell of the night. And this is only about a week old, honestly, because now there's rumors going around that the team knows about it. The locker room knows about it. And so now everyone's kind of like siding over with Shedeur. Like, hey, bro, like this is messed up. This guy's working his tail off, earning every step of the way, and you guys are refusing to give him the opportunity. And meanwhile, you're just going to give this guy a shot. Why? Because he's represented by the same agent as you? How is that even right? How is that even fair? And I get that nothing in life is fair, but what you're doing to this player is wrong on so many different levels.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, it's
because you're
supposed to be
not
the best man up, right?
right. You're not even going. It's not even based off of play anymore. So it's yeah. Nothing's correct. Nothing's right about it. Wild, right?
That is wild. That sounds like a lot of reading, a lot of digging, huh? You
It
you
was
were
a little
really
bit of
invested in that.
dude. It was a little bit of digging to figure it out because I was like, at first, I mean, I knew who Dan Lanning was when I read about him, right? Because I was like, dude, like it just had me thinking. I'm like, well, dude, who represents this guy? I'm like, why is everyone fending up? Why is it that these specific people, i.e., Dan Orlovsky, why is it that he is the only one in the media defending Kevin Stefanski? Everyone else is questioning him. So I'm like, so all it took was is what ties does Dan Orlovsky have to Kevin Stefanski? That's all it took.
And that agent popped up.
And the agent pops up. So I'm like, okay, so then what ties does Jimmy Sexton have to everybody else in the league? And guess who pops up? Half the freaking GMs or half the uh executive leadership in the Cleveland Browns organization. Guess who also pops up? Dan
Jeez.
Lanning. Guess who also pops up? The head coach from Oklahoma. Guess who also pops up? The head coach from UCF. And I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't I know Dylan Gabriel played for Oklahoma? Because I remember when Texas played against him, right? So I was like, I knew he played for Oklahoma. So I was like, did he ever play for UCF? Because I don't ever remember him there. Sure enough, he was there. So I'm like, holy cow, this is crazy. It's a whole system, like a whole ecosystem of people that are all tied into the same agency that have this whole little operation ring going on with each other. It's insane.
That is wild, bro.
And so it just
It's
makes
like
me
a
wonder, like,
mafia.
yeah, it makes me wonder, like, how many of these are actually going on in the NFL that we have no idea about? God knows what it looks like in the NBA.
Shit. The most corrupted market.
But you know what it had me thinking this whole time is that it really puts
What's
into
up?
terms, it really brings to light that saying that it's not what you know, it's who you know.
It's who you know. Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Always, bro. Always. I think
Crazy.
you'll get a lot further with who you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, so moving on from that, meanwhile, you got Myles Garrett, right? Because again, I think these guys are backing each other up. And you saw Myles Garrett reaction on that 50-yard bomb that Shador Sanders. He was like, bro
Yeah.
was excited, dude. He's like, we got one. That I mean,
He was hyped.
that was the look on his face. Is like, we got one, boys. We got one. You know what I mean? Like, we have our quarterback. And it's crazy, freaking Shador's pregame interview. He's all, "What do you want the Browns fans to know about what they're gonna see from me today?" And he's just like, "That I'm what they've been looking for." Oh wait, oh baby.
We'll see. We'll see. It was one game. It was against the Raiders.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, I'm not sitting here saying that he lit up the night. I'm definitely not saying anything like that. You look at his stats, it wasn't godly stats, right? 11 for 20, 209 yards, one touchdown, one interception, 55% of his passes were completed, finished with an 87 QBR rating. Okay. But at the end of the day, as a quarterback will tell you that you're not judged on your stats, you're judged on your wins and losses. And right now, he is 1-0 as a starter. And he earned the right to start the next game.
Yeah, he did. He did show up and ball out.
And this is his way of fighting the machine because the machine is pushing against him, not letting him play, not letting him start, not letting him get first team reps, not, the offensive line, not hearing his cadence until last week. That's the machine working against him. This guy's fighting an entire machine, bro. And so
That's
again,
crazy. Imagine the fire they could be building inside of him.
A whole new level of respect, bro. A whole new level. Because you're right. They're unlocking something. It's like the Hulk just trapped in a cage, bro.
That's crazy. We'll see.
I'm
We'll
excited
see.
for him, man. I feel bad, but I'm excited for him, bro, because I can't see if the owner has any ounce of common sense, unless that motherfucker somehow, maybe he's caught up in bed with
Hey,
this guy,
he's
Jimmy Sexton. I don't know, but
he signed to Jimmy Sexton's agency.
right, something, man. Maybe he owns the CAA, right? Shit, for all we know. But yeah, dude, I feel for Shedeur, but I'm really rooting for him, man, and I hope that he just continues. I hope next week he just goes off, son. But they if I'm not mistaken, they kind of have a rough schedule, I think. Yep. 49ers, then they have the Titans, then the Bears, the Bills, the Steelers, and the Bengals to finish off. We don't know that Shedeur is going to start every single one of these games, but my personal opinion is like, hey, you had Flacco start 5, you had Dillon Gabriel start 5 or 6. Let Shedeur finish off the season. Let's see what you got, because you obviously got a sample size of Dillon Gabriel. You saw what he's capable of and what he isn't capable of. Now let's see what we got in Shedeur. Worst case scenario, we trade one of them away for some draft picks and start building around the quarterback we decide to stick with. Makes all the sense to me.
Yeah, but it's the Browns, so who knows what they're gonna do?
Who knows what they're gonna do? But speaking of,
They're gonna trade away
Myles Garrett,
their star, their star defensive lineman. They're gonna end up trading him away.
Well, your boy Myles Garrett is about to pass up Michael Strahan, my man. And that's
is it Strahan or is it JJ Watt?
Is it or TJ Watt now, isn't it? Did TJ Watt break it?
I thought TJ Watt broke the most sacks of all time.
No, for the yearly stats.
Oh, it is Strahan. Well, it's a tie.
Yeah, it's a tie.
Yeah,
for
22 and a half sacks
with TJ Watt, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's got 18, and it's only 11 games in. And right now, he's on pace to get 27 sacks on the season, which means that he would break the 22 and a half before game 16. Because you got to think about it, right? Back then, there was only 16 games. Now there's 17. So there's a whole extra game to get in an extra pair of stats in there. So it's like some of these, in my opinion, are going to have some asterisks around it. You know what I mean? Especially if it took them all the way to game 17 to break the record. In this particular case, no asterisks next to this one, bro. It is going to just be straight numbers, because he's most likely going to break the record before game 16. Most likely.
We hope.
And I have a feeling
It's what you can hope for that guy, man.
If you look at it, I think they said over the last 5 games, just in the last 5 games, he's had 14 sacks.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So at this rate, if it keeps going, he'll have the record beat next week.
That'd be some shit.
Or if not, he'll have the record beat by the Titans game, which the Titans, I could see him wrecking all over the Tennessee Titans.
Getting three or 4 sacks, something crazy.
Yeah, I could see him shitting all over the Titans. 49ers.
Dude fucks around and has a 30 sack season.
That'd be wild, son. And you talk about something, but yeah, it's crazy to think about, man. You think about Michael Strahan, he set that record back in 2002. And then TJ Watt barely tied it in 17 games last year.
2021.
Or it was 2021?
Yeah, they're 20 years apart.
Either way, that's a long time before someone even came close to breaking it. You know what I mean? And here you got Myles Garrett. That's
with an added game.
Absolutely. He's just absolutely going to destroy it, bro. But Moving on, man. Let's keep this going, man, because I want to ask you a legitimate question, and I want you to be completely honest with me, man. Okay, because you got Tampa that went up against LA. LA beats them 34-7. And just from your personal opinion, do you think that the LA Rams right now are the best team in football? Is it safe to say that they
All
are the best
around,
team in football?
yes. I think it is safe to say because anyone else who you have a counter to, they've beaten them already. No, aside from the Patriots, because what they beat the Seahawks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even on top of that, Sam Darnold hasn't been of himself lately. He's going downhill as these past couple weeks. He's beaten the best defense in the league at the Texans. Granted,
Uh-huh.
it was in the beginning of the season, so who knows? But still, he still has the win over them. Who else did they beat? Dude, they beat everybody. No, they beat the. Let me see. Let's pull up their schedule. But yes, I would say they're the best team right now
Yeah, well, I
for
mean, they
sure.
beat the
They're
Texans.
they're, they're
They lost to the Eagles, but they beat the Colts. They beat the Ravens. They beat the
there it is. The Colts.
Jaguars. The 49ers again, the Saints, the Seahawks. The Seahawks was high powered. And then they romped all over the Bucks. And to close out the season, they got the Panthers, the Cardinals, the Lions, the Seahawks, the Falcons, and Cardinals. So they're definitely favorites to
The
win
Lions only.
every single game
The Lions
except for
probably the
the
only big
Lions and the
game.
Seahawks. The Lions and the Seahawks are going to be the only two games that actually give them a struggle. And one of those games is going to be at home, so they're going to have home field advantage in LA. You know, they're going to go
What do you
to
think, bro?
Seattle.
Matthew Stafford MVP.
Matthew Stafford at this rate, it's probably either going to be him or Drake May, because I think the aura behind Daniel Jones is kind of gone. It's no longer there.
Yeah,
But hey, I
yeah.
gotta call you out on something though, pimp. I gotta call you
Caleb
out on
Williams.
something. No. I gotta call you out on your comments that you made about Devontae Adams being
Devontae
washed.
Adams.
Oh yeah.
2 touchdowns.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Dude, ever since I said that, he's had like 2 touchdowns every fucking game.
Dude, since you said that, okay, because I did the math. Since you said that, which is 5 games ago, he's had 23 receptions and 9 touchdowns, and now leads the league in touchdown receptions with 12. For a washed up wide receiver in your mind.
That's crazy, bro. That's the Matt Stafford effect, bro. That's what
Dude.
that is.
I was like, oh, dude, that boy went off again.
Yeah,
son. Oh, shit.
that's every time I see him score it, I'm just like, son of a bitch.
Cisco would have loved to have been on the show for that one, bro. He would have loved to have been on the show for that one. That was for you, Cisco. That was for you, my man. I had to put that one out there, dog.
But Caleb Williams too, dude.
Yeah.
I think right now, as of right now, I think I need to start writing an apology to Caleb Williams.
But can you really give it to Caleb
I don't know
Williams,
if I'll finish
or do you
it
think
come the
it's
end
the
of the
Ben
season.
Johnson effect?
Okay, but I mean, coming from a quarterback like Caleb Williams, the rookie season he had to the season he's having now, I can say it's both of them.
Yeah,
Because he has 4
edge over to
interceptions.
Ben Johnson. I would give the.
He has 4 interceptions. You can't benefit that all to Ben Johnson. 4 interceptions. He's taken 11 sacks this season.
Yeah, well, I mean, you think about it, right? We talked about it. The same thing
You
with
can't
Chip Kelly and
benefit
Geno
all of
Smith.
it.
But we talked about how crucial it is, right? Because we talked about Geno Smith and Chip Kelly or whatever, and it's like, well, no, like the offensive coordinator is the one dialing up the offensive scheme, right? And they're obviously with their quarterback coach communicating to the quarterback saying, hey, like, you can't be making these decisions, can't be doing this, can't be doing that. Right. And I don't know. For me, I give it more of an edge towards now, obviously, Caleb Williams is going to get the credit for it because he's the player. Right. But I give his leveled up play, I give it more credit to Ben Johnson than I do Caleb Williams just naturally growing as a player.
That's bold.
Because if you look at the way that the season started, it started off very shaky. Right. And one thing that we know about Caleb Williams is that he can be hard-headed at times, for sure. You look at the way that his press conferences were going his rookie season, the way it started off, it's very like nonchalant, like you know. And so I think it took a little while for Ben Johnson to kind of get through to him because he was still making those boneheaded decisions to start the season off. And I think once he started to entrust in what Ben Johnson was actually trying to show him and teach him, and he started actually following his leadership, I think is then when it kind of blossomed into what it's going now. Because make no mistake about it, he's playing like a top 10 quarterback for sure. He's ranked 10th in yards in the league right now, in total yards. So make no mistake about it, he's playing like a top 10 quarterback. I'm just going to give it more to Ben Johnson.
Yeah, he's definitely doing his part in helping it, but nah, Caleb's the one on the field. He's throwing way less interceptions. He's doing way less turnovers. Of course, that comes from the coaching, but I'm giving it to him for accepting the coaching, being that who he is, being having the humility, I should say, to accept what Ben Johnson is giving him.
Yeah, he's being coachable.
I give him more credit. Yeah, he's being coachable.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
Like I said, no one's not giving Johnson credit, but at the end of the day, you can have the perfect play for the quarterback, the perfect system, but it's up to the quarterback to accept it and do the things necessary. And I think Caleb from which we've seen, has done everything right to this point. Granted,
It's
the first
kinda
couple
like,
of games, 2 or 3 games, but even at that, he was still doing good.
Yeah, it's kind of like though, like whenever you're working at a store, for example, right? And you know how when the store is just running like shit, and they fire the manager, and you bring in a new manager, and you don't like the way that he manages at first, because you're like, oh man, this guy's just being a dick. Like this guy's just coming in trying to run it his own way, and so you're kind of like fighting against his direction. You know what I mean? Like his directive. You're
And then he
fighting
starts
toward.
taking you to Twin Peaks for unlimited beers.
Exactly. And then you start listening to what he actually has to say, and you're like, oh yeah, that actually makes kind of sense. You know what I mean? And then ultimately you end up
Yeah.
benefiting from it, right? Because you either get a promotion or you get a raise, or if you're working under, say, for example, like commission, you might see that your checks are getting bigger because you're actually following his direction now and listening to what he's saying. I feel like that's kind of like what happened with Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson is like you got Ben coming on strong because he's trying to enforce a culture. He's trying to change. He's doing a whole culture shift in Chicago, man. You got to think that the last time these guys were relevant, bro, we were in high school. You know, and for me, that was almost 20 years ago.
You.
My bad. You were in elementary, dog. My bad.
I'm just a baby.
But you catch my drift though. You get what I'm saying though, right? It's like the last time these guys were relevant, bro, we were kids. You know what I mean? We weren't even adults back then. And so he's trying to do a whole culture shift in a town that has just been owned by Aaron Rodgers. Just throwing that out there. But anyways,
What don't they call it Rodgers Land or something like that?
Something, bro. That dude's got
Rodgers Home number 2.
They damn near might as well name the field after him at this point. But They got the upper edge on them
Rodgers
this week,
still.
even though Rodgers wasn't playing, but they got the upper edge on the Steelers for sure. So, but hey man, so let's wrap it up with the final segment, man. What you say?
Let's do it. It's getting late.
Yeah. So I was watching some of these
But
games, bro.
I like this.
I was watching some of these games, dude, and I'm like, bro, some of these uniforms, dude, are just fly as fuck, bro. And it just got me, I'm like, dude, why are these uniforms not full-time, bro? So anyways,
No, timeout. They had Brandon Marshall, bro.
wait, what?
Don't do my boy like that. Cisco
Oh.
in the comments there saying last best things the Bears has was Devin Hester. They had Brandon Marshall and Matt Forte.
They had Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, come on now.
Jesus, bro. What's the matter with you, dude? Well, anyways, man, let's hit this last segment, bro. We're going to call it Free the Fits, bro. Free the Fits.
Let's see.
They need to free up some of these uniforms and make them full-time, bro. That battle red from the Texans with the candy apple helmet. Dude, clean. Kelly Green. Fly. These black and blue ones from Detroit, bro. These things are fire.
Sick, bro.
Highly requested the Miami throwbacks become the official uniform. And I don't know, for me, I like these Dallas Cowboy ones. I like the blue with the white helmet. I don't know. And then the all white.
Frosty right here, bro.
The all white. Powder blue.
Best uniforms ever.
Best uniforms right there, bro. Hands down. And then we wrap it up with the Seahawks, dude. With their lime green uniforms. I don't know. Those are pretty fresh to me.
They're okay. They're okay. Too much. I don't know. I love green, but I've never been a fan of the Seahawks uniforms.
I don't know, but you can't sit here and say that like these uniforms aren't like just super fresh. Like they need to be like
oh no, they're fresh, bro.
Like even if they just wear
watching
them
the Texans play on Thursday, bro.
Every
yes,
that would
bro.
be fire.
Oh, yes, that's it. If Will Anderson signs another deal. If he signs a deal with the Texans, I will buy. But the thing is, I need a blue Texans jersey right now. Deep steel blue, because I already have a Liberty white and a battle red. I need the deep steel blue. Get a Will Anderson jersey.
Definitely need to get yourself a Will Anderson jersey, because that boy ain't going nowhere, son. I'm telling you. As long as D'Amico's there, he ain't going nowhere.
I'm not a fan of the Texans uniform, but the helmets were fire. The helmets were fire. The whole uniform was fire.
The whole uniform is fire.
Fire.
Bro. That red is just clean. The candy apple helmets, even better. But it's just like the Detroit Lions jerseys, right? The Detroit Lions black and blue with that metallic blue helmet. It's just clean. It's so clean. It's so clean. Make no mistake about it. And then the all white jerseys, like the Bengals, the Vikings, and then now the Bills have that frosty one, the rivalry
Patriots.
Jersey.
Yeah, the Bills. Woo! Those are those have to be some more favorite jerseys. Remember the Color Rush series, bro? What happened to the Color Rush games, bro?
I'm telling you, remember with the Kansas City Chiefs and the LA Rams, remember when they were red and yellow?
Yeah.
What it was
Color Rush games were so fun.
What it was is that people were colorblind, and so they were complaining because they couldn't see the players on the field or something like that.
Fucking chow. I got light gray, dark gray, medium gray.
Yeah. Feel bad for the colorblind people, man. I don't know what that feels like, but that's gotta suck, dude. You watching a game and you can't even see the players because they're blending in with the color of the field or something like that, bro. That's
Oh,
weird.
that sucks.
You're just seeing a
Oh
ball
man.
get tossed around. You're like, what the hell's going on? Where's the
If you could
players?
see it,
Yeah, even if you can see it, yeah, that's crazy.
that's
Man.
hilarious.
Anyways, bro, signing off here. Wasn't too bad. We appreciate everyone who watched and chimed in. Like we said, this is the first night, bro. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook for the first time ever.
Oh
So,
my goodness,
crazy, dude.
that's a lot of.
But I have a
lot
feeling that
of chances
Facebook.
for everyone to see our face.
I had a feeling that Facebook probably kicked us off a long time ago.
Why?
Well, just because they're like super sensitive to a lot of the copyright stuff that goes on, and so it wouldn't surprise me that they probably flag some of these things, you know. Even though
Probably.
legally we can actually use them as long as we're talking over them.
Yep.
So,
And they're not longer than X amount.
and they're not longer than
We're not gonna give away
not
the
longer
tricks
than
of the trade.
10 seconds. Yeah, for sure. But anyways, man. Well, cool. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have yourselves a great night. Thank you guys for listening and watching in for another episode of Both Ends of the Table. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve. Cisco, prayers up, my man. Hopefully your boy feels better, and that way he's good to go come Thanksgiving time, bro. We want him to get stuffed with some turkey and some stuffing, some mashed potatoes, and some corn, because we know that Cisco likes that corn. He likes the way it comes out too.
Bro, and you know what? As a Texan fan, I have to go for the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Because we don't want them Chiefs to win, baby.
You can't give the Chiefs hopes. You can't give the Chiefs any hope.
Hey, but if that defense plays the way like they played in the fourth quarter, if they play like that against the Kansas City Chiefs, it'll be a tough out for Kansas City for sure.
Oh, I think Texans defense playing anybody's gonna be a tough outing.
Yeah. But anyways, man. All right, chat.
Especially now after a game like that, the momentum ride. Woo! Yep.
Yeah. All right, chat. You guys have yourselves a good night. We'll see you Wednesday at 9:30 Central Standard Time, live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, my man. Peace.